Okay.
Okay. So what's funny is halfway through the podcast, my nose started running, and I'm sitting here thinking while everyone's talking, like, oh my God, when do I wipe my nose? Because it's not like I can only see Melissa right now, but then I can see Anne. But when can you see me? And I'm going to be recorded all the time.
You don't
And
have
then
all. You don't have all three of us. Can you see all? You can't see all three of us.
No, I just see you, Melissa, right now.
Oh,
and then
you can change the settings.
I can.
Yeah. Go up to where, like in the upper, like right, where it has like speaker view, or mine's a speaker view. Like you should be able to.
Yeah, mine's a speaker view.
Wait, hang on. The upper right says leave.
Oh, well, you're on the phone. Maybe it's different on the phone.
That's okay. So, I didn't know, like, because I know that we're recording for like YouTube, and I was like, oh my God, all these people are gonna see me go like this.
Well, I was trying not to bounce on my stability ball, so
it's like the things, and then you're just like let's just get it right.
So, and I don't know. So I was taking some drinks while we're recording. Oh, perfect. Are we gonna do that or not do that? Like show the drinking?
I did.
Okay.
I just drank. I'm sorry.
I have water tonight, so
I'm not working. I don't work on Mondays. So I was actually taking my wine. Okay, so you guys didn't see that.
And
so maybe you didn't see me wipe my nose.
I wasn't going to, and then Maria said that she was already drinking her wine, and I gave into peer pressure. So, can I share? I don't know if it'll. Oh, wait. It probably. All right. So this was. I went to a women's retreat at a meeting. Hold on. It's all sweaty, so you can't really see it. This was a free gift, and it says, "Good day, bad day, and don't even ask." Right there. This is like my gigantic. Normally, this is wine. Tonight, I'm actually going with bourbon. Only because I didn't want to open an entire bottle because I was like, oh, I got to work tomorrow. I can't drink a whole bottle. And on the other side is the little, I think we should come up with some sort of merch that, has a DVM Divas logo on it with something like that.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
And I just don't know what site to do it from. But I completely agree that we should have some merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
22 gauge needles.
I'm so amazed by that.
I know some local people, like one that like that's what his company is. He does like merchandising. I can certainly talk to him. And then there's another woman in my town that she has this crazy fancy printer. She says she can print on anything. Like, I'm going to see if she can print on a needle.
On a needle case, yeah.
Ooh, yeah. And I know that you have access to these stainless steel needles.
Oh, yeah.
And they're not 20. They're not 22 gauge usually, but
no, they're huge.
Wait, are those big hook things?
Well, no, there's those, yeah, but I'm talking like bleeding needles, like 12 gauge, like 4 gauge, 12 gauge.
My DVQ wanted me to use a 20 gauge needle for a jug, and I almost died. I was like,
wait, what's that? What's that acronym you used?
DVQ, Director of Veterinary Quality.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like a medical director.
It's like, that doesn't make any sense.
Have one of those in our practice.
You're like, I love you. You're like, what is that? No, but she wanted me to use a 20 gauge needle for like a jug stay. And I was like,
is she a vet too?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I go,
use 20 gauge
what if the dog?
Maybe not on a Chihuahua.
No.
But like the needle is like bigger than the dog's neck.
Oh, like
a Great Dane would be fine.
Well,
that thing can take like a.
And I use it on like the pits, like the big dogs. But I'm like, the little Chihuahua that's like bigger than the dog's neck.
No,
you're crazy.
Because I mean, we put like 20 gauge and 18 gauge catheters in, so it's really not.
And then I told her about there was a post on one of the pages that said the dog bled out overnight or throughout the day. And I told her, I said, well, what happens? So she looks at me and she goes, you need to get off of Facebook. Like, sorry.
Yeah. It bled out from a venipuncture or a catheter?
Because they were like fishing and they lacerated the jug.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Banana.
Yeah. Now do you want to use the 20 gauge needle?
Well, I don't. Well,
yeah, exactly. Makes you think.
Well, no, I guess I don't. It is. This kind of goes back to like everybody practices in their own way, but I really try not to like stab, redirect, stab. You know,
Like,
I really try not to do that. So,
did the patient have clotting issues?
I know. I still feel like
don't
that's.
know. It had to have because I like get nervous about it, and I'm just like, it had to.
This is like going way back, like right when I was in my first couple years of practice. Probably we had a bunch of like feral cats brought in through the Humane Society, and one was this little kitten that had a cuterebra. And which
those are fun.
cuterebras, those are great. But it was right here on the neck, and jugular vein may or may not have gotten nicked with the scalpel trying to get that sucker out. It was terrifying. We got it clamped. No, I clamped it. Like we're like, oh shit. Clamped it really fast and then basically made the executive decision that this feral kitten wasn't gonna get life-saving venous vascular surgery. So
that makes sense.
But it was a lesson I never forgot, and thank God it was a feral, non-owned cat.
Yep, that's why I don't touch anything right here because I'm nervous. I'm like very nervous. Like even like the lipomas that are right here, I know that you can just like take your hand and go. No, I won't do it because I'm too like
blunt dissection.
It's so funny. I don't know what just happened.
The sound effects are just killing me because they're a little like for some reason on my end, your like the audio and the video aren't totally at the same time. So I'm really, which is weird. Your video is a little bit ahead, so I see you like, and then I was like, that's totally the sound it makes.
It is the sound it makes.
I can just imagine
when I hear that you're
like all the pops and the damn it and the
that's what happens when I had half a bottle of wine.
Oh, see, yeah. And I saved that post and then it disappeared. So I think it got taken down. So
that probably happened.
But I do think we should talk about, do you care what your daycare like workers do outside of life, like outside of the daycare? We don't have to bring up the post.
No, not as long as they don't. I mean, as long as they're taking care of my child sober,
I don't really care.
And they're not having conversations with my child what they're doing outside. No, not really.
Yeah,
I only require that they're alive when I get there.
Yeah, right. Because
they have to be in one piece.
Yeah,
so I apparently don't even require them to eat because neither one of my kids eat at daycare. They always come home hungry and like starving and thirsty every time.
Some days, as long as it's somebody else taking care of them, that's as high as my standard is.
I'm allowed to step away.
Just some days, not every day. And I'm beyond daycare. Best day ever, writing your last daycare check. Best.
I was talking to Steve. Ever. So Tyler's going to kindergarten next September. So I was like, I can't believe we're gonna have to register him for kindergarten in February. This is crazy. And I go, I'm gonna get a raise in September of next year. I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah, it was.
And we were thinking about it. We can actually buy another house because what we pay for daycare is our mortgage payment. We can actually. Like, I was so proud of myself. I got a grocery bill down to $50 a week.
Oh my gosh.
For 4 people.
Yeah.
$50 a week. Then Aldi started raising their prices, so I couldn't use Aldi, and then ShopRite changed their couponing activity in Jersey. So I couldn't coupon anymore. and now it's like $80 a week, and I'm very upset about this.
Mine's between 1 and 150, and we don't buy beef. Like we have our own beef, and so like we buy chicken, and actually we don't buy pork or beef. Like we have it's all ours. So yeah, you're doing great.
You have a beef farm?
My husband's family does. And so it's amazing. We butcher every year. It's a big family event. The kids run the meat grinder because that's the safest thing for children to do. And yeah, there is nothing better than a hand cut, custom trimmed steak.
Amen.
And
can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
When we come out to Kansas, because I really do think that we should all travel. Yeah. Okay, I don't eat red meat. I eat bison. And I don't eat red meat because years ago when Mad Cow was like the scare of the world. Right. Wait. I stopped. And then I started getting stomach aches when I ate it because I didn't eat it for a while.
Right. Yeah.
So I'll eat bison meat because it's so good. But if it's fresh, will you make me a hamburger?
Now, how fresh do you want it? Like, because I mean, we only butcher once a year, and that's in the winter.
You just have to tell me it's fresh.
And I feel like you're probably not going to come out in the winter.
I will.
I'm not coming out during tornado season. Okay.
It's fresh frozen. So like it gets like in the deep freeze in hours.
Tell me it's fresh.
So yeah.
If you tell me it's fresh.
Yeah.
I'll eat it.
Yeah. It's so our hamburger, our ground beef is so lean. I don't even have to drain it. Like it's because.
Can you ship some?
Yeah.
I don't eat steak. I only eat hamburgers. I never had a steak good enough to really want more.
Oh, we're going to make you a steak.
Can I come? Can I just help? Can I help with that? So if she doesn't finish it, I will.
I hate to tell you, like lawnmowers, like literally we're in the landing zones of Philadelphia Airport. Oh. Like, yeah, so you always see the planes landing or taking off. Like you always see that. And it's like, they're constant. Mm-hmm. But like, it's just so loud. I can hear the traffic. I can hear this. I can hear that. And like, so like Kansas was like peaceful.
We have one stoplight in our entire county.
Are you kidding me?
No. One. Whole county.
Do you have stop signs?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And the next county over, I think, only has 2 stoplights in its entire county.
So I grew up in a county like that. They didn't get a stoplight until after I graduated high school.
Oh, that's big. And the stoplight in our county isn't even in my town. And we've had this debate over there's one intersection that kind of needs a stoplight, but then that would double the amount of stoplights in our county. And
that's a big commitment.
It is a big commitment.
I hit like 10 on the way to work. And I live 5 minutes from my job.
And one of the reasons we don't have it is because it would be where a lot of grain trucks would have to be coming through, and because it's by the co-op, and the grain truck drivers are like, look, we can't just stop on a dime. Like we can't do that.
No.
So that's why we don't have it. So you just have to play chicken like 4 times a day at that intersection at 8, 12, 1, and 5. That's rush hour because
that makes sense.
Go to work and have lunch and then leave. Yeah. Go home.
Do you go home for lunch?
I don't now because I live 6 miles from work and that takes up too much of my break. But I used to live just 3 blocks from my clinic before we built a new clinic. I would literally walk home for lunch. Like when the weather was nice, I would just walk home, eat. And it was nice because nobody could bug me and I could eat in peace. And
that's nice.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Yeah. But I just, I'm too lazy to make that, 12-mile round trip to and from home.
I can't believe there's only one. And it's not even a stoplight. We call it traffic lights.
Oh,
because there's traffic.
Yeah. Yeah.
went to a neurologist and I go in Philly. So Steve works in Philly. So he's like, come pick me up. We'll drive to your doctor and we'll park there. I'm like, all right, cool. Philly is a 20-minute drive. That's it. Like, we're really close to it. So he goes, you should leave an hour and a half before. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? So I go into Center City, which is in the middle of the city. It's where
is it in the center?
It's in the center. Where there's lots of traffic lights. So I go meet him in Center City. He gets in the car because he takes the train to work. So whatever. I was like so pissed off by the time I picked him up because literally the roads are the size of the car. There's people walking everywhere. It was horrible. I hate driving in Philly. I hate driving in Philly so much. So we go to the other side of Philly. We park the car, which cost us like $30. We were there for 2 hours.
No.
Okay. Wow. And it cost $5 to get into Philly, plus parking. So we go see the doctor. We go home. Now I get out of the doctor at 4:00. It's Monday or Friday. It was like a Monday or Friday when I was off. 4:00.
Sad.
I had one light on the gas tank that came on when we turned the car on. And he looks at me, he goes, you didn't look at the gas tank before you came here? And I go, well, I just assumed that it would take 20 minutes to get home. And he goes, nope. And literally sat in the same spot. 15 minutes, we moved up 2 cars. Yeah. 15 minutes, you move up 2 cars. It took us 2.5 hours to get home.
I'm interested in the scenario 1 that she posted, and 2, it kind of goes back to the earlier thing that we talked about tonight, just sort of and there wasn't really backlash. Actually, I was really proud of the way most people handled themselves in that conversation, because there was a lot of difference of opinion. And I will say, I felt like it was handled pretty decently, just the bit that I saw. Now, maybe something else had happened after the last time I looked that caused it to get taken down. So maybe it did turn ugly. So I guess I'm curious as to maybe why it got taken down. Was that something she did, something the admins did? And yeah, and I don't want to obviously get anybody into trouble.
Right. I'll talk to her about it and see what she says.
Yeah.
Let her feel it out. Yeah.